Hi, I am Akinshola Samson. You're welcome to this video course on animating a walk cycle like a pro. All 18 episodes on this course will be uploaded on our YouTube channel once per week. However, you can get the full video course on our website, Levonotion.com. It's time to walk. Let's animate a walk. Hi guys, welcome to another lesson. And in this very video, we're going to add a bit of hip sway to our character's walk. So quickly, I want to go to the graph editor again. And you need to get used to working in a graph editor because it makes your edits very easy and straightforward. So for the x-axis, I want to have a bit of hip sway in the down position. Okay, so as the character comes down here on frame 4, I want to have a bit of movement there. So moving to the right of the character, not so much, but just enough to give you that visual cue to how the body responds to the character's motion. 2.5, so minus 2.5 and set a keyframe there. So this is what happens. You see the hips moving to the right. Yeah. So now I want to have the opposite of this on frame 16 because that will be the down position for the next pose. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and paste, but now I'm just going to make this positive instead of negative. So add plus there, set a keyframe, frame your curve once again, and this is what we have. Okay, so we have the hips going to the left hand side of the character on frame 16. Now I need to have a moving hold in between, so let's go to frame 13, that's the contact, and I'm just going to select this, Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste. Of course, delete everything in between, and I'm going to push this down a little bit, G, Y, to just have a bit of moving hold there. So this is 2.6, let's say minus 2.7, 2.7 should do. Set a keyframe there, and that should be enough for my moving hold. You see that? So it holds this position and it snaps back to the next position. So this is minus 2.7, and my contact here should now be Ctrl C, Ctrl V, 2.7. So set a keyframe there, delete all the keyframes here, and of course frame 25 should always be the same as frame 1. So Ctrl V to add that. Okay, I copied the wrong thing. So this was placed on frame 24. It should be on frame 25. So I'm just going to move G, X, and move it to frame 25. Yeah. So now copy this here and go back to frame 1 and paste. Now this looks good. So this is what I have. You can see how the hips snaps. Lovely. But in my case, this is too extreme, so that means I can easily bring this down by punching on S for scale and Y to constrain to the Y axis. And let's see now. Okay, perfect. This is sweet. It feels so natural, so I love this, and I'm going to leave it this way. Okay, so now that we've worked on the X location, it's time to also work on the rotation about the Y axis. Okay, so rotate Y, Shift H, A to select everything, period key to frame, and I'm also going to frame 4 here, the down position, and this time around I want to rotate on the Y axis this way, Okay, set a keyframe there. So that's 0.053. Okay. Now this has to be the same thing as frame 16, but the opposite value. So I'm just going to make this minus. Yeah, so that goes down. That's a minus 0.053. Let's see this, 0.053. Okay, so select everything. And I want to go to frame 13 to add my moving hold. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I can make this 0.05, let's say 55, if that's not too much. Set a key there. Delete all the keyframes in between. So you have 0.053, 0.055. Let me make this 57. Set a keyframe. Okay, that's better. So 0.057, and I'm going to do the same thing for here. So frame 25, minus 0.057, and set a keyframe. Delete everything in between to have your moving hold. Make sure frame 25 is the same thing as frame 1. Select all keyframes, period key to frame everything, and see what we have. Okay, so it feels like the rotation is also too much. So S, Y to reduce, S for scale, Y to constrain to the Y axis. Let's see what this looks like now. Okay, this is so good, feels natural, other than now this is a bit too much and is making my character's work look feminine. So I'm just going to reduce it some more, S, Y. Now you see how you can easily convert a male walk to a female walk using the hip sway. It's a very powerful tool. Now this is very good. I love how this feels now. And because of how the walk looks, I would want to also reduce the X location just a little bit. A, S, and Y to constrain. Let me frame that first so it's easier. Yeah. So now S, Y to constrain and reduce it just a little bit. And let's see what the result is. Cool. Now this is very, very nice. All right. So guys, we've just added the hip sway and also the rotation for the hips are about the y-axis in this video. And in the next video, we're going to continue on editing this character to make sure the walk cycle looks very good. All right, so this is what I'm going to call it a wrap. See you in the next video.